רוחות מבלי לראות את השמיים, מבלי לראות כחול של ים ירוק שלם, מבלי לשמוע מנגינות יפות כמו פעם, מבלי לראות את הדברים כמו שהם. ילדים קטנים, ילדים גדולים, ילדים טובים וילדים רעים. את יודעת אמא, כולנו ילדים של החיים. אני נושם, אני כבוד בזרועותייך, אני רואה בך בית כמו משפחה, אני רואה בך בית כמו משפחה, אני חופשי אפל בי מנוחה. ילדים קטנים, ילדים גדולים, ילדים טובים וילדים רעים. את יודעת אמא, כולנו ילדים של החיים, כולנו ילדים של החיים, כולנו ילדים של החיים.
The world as we knew it began to change all around us. It was like a beautiful piece of clothing being torn apart at the seams. We had new neighbors, the German Nazis, new routines, new rules, the yellow star, and no freedom at all.
You must learn to be more subtle. Keep your mouth closed. You cannot draw so much attention to yourself. You will do whatever it takes for them not to notice you. When you grow up, you will understand.
But Rachel, the chassid had such a good hiding place. Why would he give up his wife's jewelry like that? They would have never looked in the toothpaste.
He was scared, Sivia. Didn't you see what they did to the Davidovich family?
I just don't understand how he could give up so easily. I would never give up like that. You'll see. I'll never give up like that.
Listen to me, son. You are Chechen. Tell them that you are Chechen. You are a brave Chechen warrior, ready to fight the Russians. Say that. Say it, I'm a Chechen warrior.
I'm a Chechen warrior.
Yes, that's it, my son. Okay, come. Now we have to go with him to the Gestapo's office. No matter who asks, you are Chechen now.
Mama, what's wrong?
Oy, Asher.
What, Mama? Here, let me help you lift the sewing machine.
All this hard work, Asher, and for what? What will be with us? I told you, remember? I told you this war would come.
Let's just keep working, Mama. Our clients need us.
And what will be when they ruin our businesses? Or worse, when they evict us from our homes like they did in all the other towns?
Mama, stop. We can't dwell on that now. There's too much work to be done.
Asher, I'm telling you, you don't know from war, but I do. And we have much to fear.
Please, Mama, stop. I can't work with all this talk of war.
Please, Franciszek, can we please just come in? They've been chasing us and we haven't eaten in so long. Can we please just come in for something small to eat? You've been our super for so many years. You know us so well.
Filthy Jews. Didn't they just shoot a whole lot of you? What happened? Did they leave you out by mistake? Why are you boys still here?
Yudin! Raus, Yudin! Don't you know you can only shop here from 5 to 6, you filthy Jews?
I'm sorry, sir, I didn't know.
Stupid woman. Can't you read the sign?
Please, sir, I just need a piece of cheese for my daughters. It'll only take a minute.
Stupid insolent Jew.
I will never forget the day. How could he beat my mother like that? For a piece of cheese. I know the world was changing. We could feel the world was changing. I remember the day I stood holding my father's hand, listening to the sound of his voice, and it felt like loss. I watched the house that was no longer ours, no longer the home we called it. I remember the day the trees became the furniture, the moss our living room, the leaves our beds, the snow our blankets. We would know nothing else but home, we called it.
Where is she? She has been gone for an hour already. Do you think something happened to her?
I don't know, Sonia. Maybe she just couldn't find anything today. Or maybe the boy who had the bread yesterday wasn't there today.
will have to be here like this?
I don't know, Sonia. I don't know. Shh. Listen. That's the knock. Quick, let's move the cement block.
Just give me your key. You'll get it back after you've registered.
Mama, you said we'll get it back. Let's go already.
Are you sure, sir? That's my only key to my house. Are you sure we just need to register and then we can go home?
Of course, of course. Take him to the transport.
What? Wait, sir, please!
Mama, who are all those soldiers? Are they coming here? Look how many guns they have. Mama, look at their guns. And those funny-looking trucks. Are they coming here? Mama, answer me.
Yuri, we need to go inside. Now, we need to talk to Mr. and Mrs. Batasha. They will hide us. We will need to hide. We will need to be very quiet. Come, quick.
Mama, where are we going? I'm not sure, Poiri. But they said we are going to a town that's much nicer than this ghetto. Who knows? Maybe things will start getting back to normal.
But what about all the things we left in our house? Why don't we come back to get them?
Soon, I hope. Here comes a train. Stay close, Poiri. Stay quiet. Just follow me.
You are ordered to leave immediately for the transport station.
Where are we going? We didn't eat yet.
Shush, Pesha.
Let's go.
Pesha, take the suitcases I packed yesterday.
But we just lit candles. And what about the chillin' and the soup? It'll get cold.
Leave them. We'll eat when we get back. Come, let's go now.
Have you seen my father? Please, have you seen Aftuli with the black curly hair? Excuse me, please, I was separated from my father. Have you seen him? I've been in the hospital with pneumonia for 3 weeks. I haven't seen him. No. No, please don't say that. It can't be. Yes, I looked in the shul. I looked around the whole town. I've been searching for hours. Please, if you see him, tell him his daughter Sarah is looking for him. Please, God, let that be him. Please let that be my father. Excuse me, sir.
Sir, and you. It's me. Tate. It's me. Don't you recognize me?
Tata? It is you. Where were you? Where have you been?
I was here in the hospital with my foot healing from being run over. Someone found me lying helplessly in a ditch and brought me here. I was just let out today.
Tata, I was in the hospital here too. And I was also let out today. Oh, don't ever leave me again like that.
I won't leave you ever again, sir, and you. I won't let you out of my sight. Ever again.
return home. The forest became our dwelling for the next 4 years. But from that moment on, being with my father was home. No matter where we wandered, where we ran, as long as we were together, that was my home.
There was a lot of confusion and panic. We didn't know where we were going, or how long it would take to get there, or what was going to happen once we arrived.
Mama, I'm so squished, and it really smells.
Just stay next to me, Helga. There's nowhere else we can move. Mama, someone keeps stepping on my foot. Can I just sit down for 1 minute?
No, Sonia. There's no room to sit. Just keep your feet together and lean on me.
Fine, stand up. You're going to be fine. I'm sure we're almost there. You need to gather up your strength.
I can't eat, son. I'm so tired. And I think I have a fever. I'm not even hungry anymore.
Chaim, listen to me. You are going to be fine.
I'm so hungry.
Excuse me, please. I dropped my scarf and I can't reach it. Please, can you help me?
Everyone out! Arouse! Let's go! Men to the right, women and children to the left. Arouse! Keep the lines moving, let's go! You to the left, you to the right. Schnell! Schnell! You to the left, you to the right. Schnell! You to the right, you to the left. Schnell! You to the left, you to the right. Schnell! Schnell! You to the right, you to the left. Schnell! Schnell! You to the left, you to the right. Schnell! You to the right, you to the left.
No, please, sir. Please, can we stay together?
No, you to the right, she's to the left.
Stay right next to me, Helga. I don't want you to get lost in this crowd.
Right here, Mama. Finally, we can breathe some fresh air.
You to the right, you stay here on the left.
No, Mama!
Go, Helga.
You to the right, but your baby stays here.
No, please, I won't leave him.
Listen to me. You must go to the other line. Now. Give him to me. I will hold him tight. I promise I won't let him go. Go on now.
That was the last time I saw my mother, and the last time the woman saw her baby son.
You to the right, you to the left.
No, Chaim, we have to stay together. What can you do, Nissan? He said to the left. I promised Mama we would stay together. I promised her I would not leave you. Come, Chaim, run over to the right. I can't. They'll shoot me. Look at all their guns. Look how many people they've already shot. Please, Chaim, now is the only chance. You have to run, now.
Attention everyone. Take your luggage and start walking that way. Let's go.
We had arrived on Yom Kippur. We were all hungry from the 3 days on the train, but today we were fasting. We carried our luggage in the freezing rain for 5 miles. We had been selected for life, but the way we felt walking that day, We may as well have been sent to the left.
Those of us who were left were stripped of our humanity, our clothes, our shoes, our hair, and our families. Within minutes, we were unrecognizable even to each other.
Why did we say we were shoemakers? Because we want to live. And if we want to live, we must do something important. But how can I live when I spend my nights sleeping next to the crematorium that burns the bodies of the very people whose shoes I have to take apart the next day? This is not living. This is a nightmare.
Terry, my shoes, they're gone.
Why did you take them off, Helga? I told you not to.
They were so muddy from all the rain. I didn't want to get mud on my head while I slept. Terry, who could be so cruel?
I never got my shoes back. I never got my shoes back. So I survived from May to December through all the rain and mud in back-breaking work without shoes.
Alan, go to sleep. You need it. You look like you're going to collapse.
I don't want to sleep. I don't want the morning to come. I can't face the washing in that iced water every morning. Why? Why do they make us wash in that iced water? I would rather never wash at all.
Alan, you need to sleep. If you haven't slept all night, the water will be cold in the morning.
I'm not made for this. I'm a tailor, for God's sake. I'm not built for this kind of work, this kind of physical torture. I'm just too weak to bear it all.
Suri, wherever you go, I will go.
You to the left. Where are you going?
To the left.
No, you are to stay here on the right.
I'm going to the left with my sister.
You are to stay here on the right.
I'm going to the left.
You are to stay here.
I'm going with my... Suri? No. No, please, God, no.
That was the last time I saw my sister Suri. Mengele thought he won, but he didn't. He was Hashem's messenger to send me to the right so I should live.
What is this? Hot food? Today, on Yom Kippur? On all other days, they give us dirty water with potato skins. And today they give us real soup? Just when we thought they couldn't torture us anymore. Well, I'm certainly not going to let this go to waste. I'm saving my food. I'll hide it, and I'll eat it when the fast is over.
We paid dearly for hiding our food.
You think you could hide from us? You think we don't know what you did? When we give you food, you eat it. Now you will be sorry. Now you will pay.
It was freezing, and we were still fasting. We were wearing thin, torn prison suits. We had no hair, no hats, and some of us had no shoes. And then it started to rain, big frozen drops of rain. that came down like sheets of ice. We stood there like that for hours. We didn't know how long we would be there, just standing in the rain. We thought they would leave us like that until every last one of us was dead. Many of us died that day. I don't know how it was that I survived the night.
כשהייתי קטן היה לי טבע מוזר לא לשמוע אותך אך כל מה שסיפרת נזכר אצלי בתוך הלב כמו תמידה כל מה שסיפרת מתחיל כשהייתי כשהייתי רע אהבת גבר אחד במלחמה סגר עליו בבת אחת צהריים אחד הוא נלקח ברכבת כמו כבש אך לפני המלחמה החטטות לגנום ורקדתם שניכם את והוא ושרים בריקוד וחשש ופינקוד בגרמניה לפני
About those who had been imprisoned, who heard rumors about crematoriums and the labor camps. But for us it was always about running and hiding, and if you ever stopped, you'd be dead.
Children, Germans, we're coming tonight, and we're not safe enough anymore in Mr. and Mrs. Batasha's house. They gave us these baskets, and you're to stay tucked in them until they tell you to come out, even if you have to be in them all night. And when you feel them moving, just stay where you are. Okay, come now, into the baskets.
We'll lower the baskets over the mountain side. They'll be tied up securely. You don't need to worry about the strength of the ropes.
Over the cliff? Why can't we hide them in the garden somewhere?
It's too risky, Maria. For them to be truly safe, they need to be put in a place where Germans would never think to look for children.
Here, I found this behind the barn shed. Eat it.
No. Tata, it's only one piece of bread, and you need it more than I do.
Who knows when we will eat next, Sarah? You must eat it.
No, I won't. I'm not even that hungry.
If you will not eat it, then I will not eat it, and then we will be wasting a good piece of bread.
Okay, fine. I'll eat some, but you must eat some too. I'll take the crust. It'll be too hard for you to chew without your teeth.
We are very lucky, Sarah. We are lucky to be hungry. We must say,
I know. Thank God for the hungry day.
yes, because if we are not hungry, we are dead. Now eat, my Sarah. We must keep moving. We must get deeper into the forest for the night.
Where will we go now, Mama?
I don't know, Pesha, but we have to keep moving. We have to get far away from the homes that turn us away.
Will no one be kind enough to take us in, even for one night? I'm so hungry, Mama, and my head itches like it's on fire.
We'll find someone, Pesha. We just have to keep moving.
We should have stayed in the factory with the others. Life over there couldn't be worse than it is here.
Life over there is not life anymore, I'm afraid.
He's a Jew like us.
You cannot stay here. You have to keep moving.
Please, sir. We are Jewish women. We are your sisters. We have nowhere else to go.
If you have no weapons and no brute strength, you are of no help to us partisans. There'll just be more mouths to feed, more noise, more burden.
Even our own brothers won't take us in. Now we are done for.
They let us stay for 3 weeks, and then they moved on and left us behind. Eventually, we were picked up by the Russians and were shipped to Siberia.
We all found our different ways. The world was once again changing. We had been waiting for that every day, and one day it seemed we might live.
Here you go.
What's this?
It's lunch.
The nurse in the infirmary gave me carrots and raisins. This was more sugar than I had seen in over a year. It was such a spectacular sight, I could hardly start eating to eat it. But I did, and I savored every single bite. And as the sweet delicacy filled my mouth, I knew that the world was changing.
Zipporah, it's me, Mama.
Mama? You're alive! Or am I dead?
I have passed on, Poiri, but you are still living. You are ill, but you will survive.
Oh, Anu, I miss you so much.
I know you do, Poiri. I am so happy to see you. Did you grow up yet?
I grew up, Mama, but I grew up the hard way.
Suffering from typhoid, I was but hours away from being taken to the gas chambers. It was that night in the infirmary that my mother came to me in a dream, and my fever broke. That vision of my mother gave me hope, strength, and will to go on. I survived and I was liberated by the American Army.
Why have they not come yet for the Selfhelp, Sophie? We should have had roll call by now.
I don't know, Sonia. It's odd and it's much quieter outside, too.
Could it be, Sophie? Could it be that this is it? Could it be that the war has ended?
They never came that day. They had gone, and we were never had to face another Selfhelp again.
Tata, what did he say? What did he tell you?
He said the war is over. The Americans have come.
Zindel, did you hear? The Americans have come.
The first thing I wanted to do was find Zindel's family. Nothing hurt more than knowing Zindel had been alone all those years in the forest. For me, family was more important than food, than clothing, than freedom.
Here they come. Let's get going. What happened? Who opened the door? Why is there no one at the door? There's no one here. The trucks are gone. There's no one here.
The trucks were gone, there was no one there, and just like that, we were free.
We were finally free, but in our minds, in our hearts, we were still prisoners to our own memories. And to this new identity, we faced the great challenge of rebuilding life.
If the Americans have reached Germany, why are we still prisoners? If the war is over, why are we still in a camp?
Because we are prisoners to the Russians now, Helga, not the Germans.
Until when? Until when do we have to live like this? It's so cold. So cold.
I don't know. I don't know when they'll reach us here in Siberia.
People were dying all around the world. We had no chair, a jacket to keep us warm, and there was no food. My mother traded her wedding ring for a piece of bread. We were not liberated from the camp of Siberia until Stalin's death in 1953.
I'm not afraid to die. I'm not human anymore. I'm covered with lice, and I must weigh less than 50 pounds. I'm not even hungry anymore. I've lost my will to live. Why am I alive anyway? I'm one of the 25 still living from the 250 boys we once were. Why me? Why not my brothers, my sisters? They should have been the ones to live, not me. Perhaps I'll die soon anyway. And if I live, will it not be with the shadow of death hanging over me for eternity? I used to be a promising tailor with a talent and a passion, a human being. Now I'm reduced to nothing, to less than nothing.
These thoughts never left me, not even until today. But buried deep inside me was a tiny bit of strength, a tiny bit of hope. And that was what raised me from the ground and pushed me to go on, to live, and to make my future.
What's all this? I'll be rich. Look at all these furs. Look at what they left behind, those Nazi animals. Oh, my mother will love this lamb coat. I will take it for her. And this bread and jam. I will have some now and bring the rest back to share with Chaim. Oh, you will never believe this treasure. Who's there? Who are you? No. Can't be. Is this me?
I took a brick from the floor behind me, and I threw it so hard that the mirror shattered in 1,000 pieces. I could not bear to think that this was me.
If we don't get on this train now, Sophie, who knows what the Russians will do with us?
Yes, but who knows where this train is going?
It's a risk we have to take. Any place is better than this place.
We hopped on the coal train that day and traveled for 3 days, not knowing where we'd end up. The train finally stopped in Mittenwald at the border between Germany and Austria. We were covered in soot when the doors opened, but we were free, ready to begin our future.
יום אביב, ריחות לילך, בין חורבות העיר שלך. יום יפה לדו בנהר, בתוכי הלב נשבר. שם הייתה ואינה ילדותה, אישה קטנה. אנשים שאיש לא מכיר, אין אפילו בית שיזכיר. ואם את נוסעת, לאן את נוסעת? הנצח הוא רק אפר ואבק. לאן את נוסעת? לאן את נוסעת? שנים וכלום עוד לא נמחק. חימאיר יהיה לך קר, כסף כיס, גביש סוכר. אם יהיו קשים הימים, היזכרי בי לפעמים. ואם את נוסעת, לאן את נוסעת? הנצח הוא רק אפר ואבק. לאן את נוסעת? לאן את נוסעת? שנים וכלום עוד לא נמחק. מי ימתיך לילותייך? מי יקשיב לבכייך? מי ישמור צעדייך בדרכך? Kli me'il, yeh lach kar.
My family was killed in Auschwitz and I felt completely alone in this world. I dreamt my brother was alive, but after what I had seen, I could not believe it possible.
Finding my brother after the war was a true miracle. It gave me hope, strength to carry on with my life. We came to America looking for a better life. I was very lucky. I married an American soldier. Together for 55 years, we raised our 3 wonderful children. I want to thank Hashem for giving me a long, good life in this house to see my children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren grow up in the following way as Jewish. May as we parents, the way my parents would have want me to do.
In moments of despair, my mind and my body questioned if I even needed to go on. But I said to myself, if I do survive, and I must live, then I must go on.
From darkness to light, from despair to hope, and with hope a second chance in life. I survived with my sister Sophie, who is my best friend, and we are together until today. I am grateful to God for giving me this happy life with my wonderful husband, son, and loving family.
In the darkest moments I prayed, please God, just let me live for one more day.
I always say that people are like light bulbs that were bright inside. My parents, they were 500 watts. My brother, Chaim, he was also 500 watts. And Chaim and I survived the war together. After the war, I married the love of my life. She was also 500 watts. They were married for 55 years and had 2 daughters, Patsy and Shandy. And they made me the happiest man. In my very full life, I have learned that it's nice to be important, but it's very, very important to be nice.
Always on the run and never knew what lay ahead of us.
I moved to America in 1964 and raised 2 sons and 3 wonderful granddaughters. This was my greatest accomplishment.
I remember Mengele, the butcher of Auschwitz. He enjoyed seeing the fear in our eyes.
My hope returned along with the return of simple joys of life, like being able to wash myself with soap and water. With that growing hope, I survived to see my greatest pride in life, my children, my grandchildren, and my great-grandchildren.
I was so weak. I didn't even know myself. I didn't feel human. I could not possibly believe that I would survive.
My greatest joy in life was when I moved to Israel and became the tailor to Prime Minister Ben-Gurion and all the greatest Israeli army generals. I helped to create the first Israeli army uniform. This was my greatest achievement in life. And with this newfound pride and hope, I moved to America, where I, together with my beloved wife of 61 years, raised our 3 sons. I have 6 grandchildren, soon to be the 2nd great-grandchild, and a successful career in fashion.
50 girls in one spot. We were like sardines. We were like statues. We were almost not human.
It was so wonderful to be free. After the war, I met my husband. Only 6 days after we met, we got married. We were married for 60 years and had wonderful children into wonderful grandchildren.
We left behind our possessions, our homes, our entire lives. They told my mother and me we'd be back in just a few hours.
Finally, after Stalin's death came freedom. I married and had a son. In 1980, I moved with my family to America. Throughout all the long years of war and rebuilding my life, I carried with me my father's talent for working with fabric. I am proud to say that I have made by hand every single piece of clothing that I have ever worn.
There were times when I felt Lady Luck is just not looking out for me anymore. She's going to let me go.
They say that Lady Luck was on my side and saved me. But in reality, it was my mother who was my Lady Luck, savior and heroine. She was strong and brave and kept alive me and my 3 siblings. Even now, she's still alive at the age of 95 and remains to be my hero.
Those 4 years in the forest, we were always afraid to die, but we were also afraid to live.
The sun comes out of the dark, and you see it's not going to be like that forever. My father and I survived together, and we moved to America. He walked me down the aisle at my wedding. He saw my children and my grandchildren born. After all those years of him taking care of me, I was finally able to take care of him, and he did so until he was 91 years old.
Someone once asked me why I don't have my number taken off my arm, and I said, I cannot erase the war from my brain. Why erase it from my arm? But more importantly, I said, let me tell you my story, because when you become a witness to my telling, then you will know why you can never forget, never erase, never stop telling, and never stop witnessing.
כנפי השכינה במעלות קדושים וצהובים כזוהר הרקיע מזהירים אס נשמוס הקדושים והטהורים שהומסו ושנהרגו ושנשחטו ושנשרפו ושנטבעו ושנחנקו על קדושת השם ועבור שנו מתפללים ועד אז קרס נשמותיהם וגן עדן תהי מנוחתם לכן בעל הרחמים יסתירם בססר כנפיו לעולמים בצרור החיים את נשמותיהם אדוני הוא נחל אסם וינוחו בשלום על משכבותיהם ונאמר